Thank you. Thank you. Greetings, Board of Education of the City of St. Louis, President Dr. Karen Collins Adams, Vice President Brian Martson, Secretary A.J. Foster, Metro alum, board members Donna Jones, Dr. Robert S. Harvey, and moving on, Superintendent Dr. Myra Berry, and SLPS cabinet members, Metro's network superintendent, Dr. Sheila Sherman, Metro's PTO executive board and members, Metro teachers and staff, families and friends, and of course, the phenomenal Metro class of 2026. It is my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of St. Louis Public Schools, Dr. Myra Berry. As a proud, homegrown leader, Dr. Berry is deeply committed to SLPS and to building strong connections across school communities. She leads with heart, vision, and an unwavering belief in the power and potential of all learners. Dr. Berry values the voice of students, families, staff, and community, understanding that meaningful progress happens when people feel seen, heard, valued, and empowered. Please join me in welcoming our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Myra Berry.
Good evening, amazing guest. Today, we celebrate the extraordinary class of 2026 at Metro Academic and Classical High School. Panthers, your high school journey through Metro has been defined by excellence, rigor, discipline, and constant fortitude. Metro is known for pushing students academically, and each of you know firsthand what I am saying. You also know what that push feels like, not just to meet academic standards, but to surpass them. You know the late nights immersed in studying, the pressures with the approaching deadlines, the intensity of exams and presentations, and through it all, you stand taller. You became wiser and capable of anything. Beyond Boundaries perfectly captures the essence of your experience at Metro. At Metro, you learn that boundaries are often conceptual rather than physical. You learned that growth emerges when you push yourself past comfort and familiarity. Tonight, you will leave not just as scholars, but leaders, thinkers, advocates, and future change makers. And while your transcripts and accolades are quite impressive, what matters most is the journey that led you here. You've learned what it means to have grit. You learn how to think critically and thoughtfully. You learn that life extends outside of college acceptance letters and test scores. Daily, you came in contact with teachers who engaged you intellectually. There were principals, counselors, advisors, coaches, and staff who celebrated your victories and reminded you that excellence is not about perfection, but persistence. Their care, their mentorship, and unimaginable belief in you help cultivate the leaders that we see before us today. I want you to remember, success is not defined by a flawless performance. It is about constant and continuous growth. Some of you will matriculate into the top universities across the country. Others will pursue research and careers. But no matter where you go, you carry that Metro pride with you. Carry your curiosity when you feel the unknown. Carry your work ethic when the world around you sees slackers. Continue your commitment to yourself because that is what matters most. And never be afraid to dream beyond what is possible because there are no boundaries. You are expanding who you are becoming. Continue leading with integrity. Continue learning all you can. Continue moving beyond boundaries. And congratulations, graduates. The world is waiting for you.
Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Metro Academic and Classical High School Class of 2026. Today is more than a celebration. It is a reflection of hard work, resilience, excellence, and the courage to go beyond boundaries. While one chapter closes today, an even greater journey begins for the Class of 2026. I want to personally thank each and every one of you for being here tonight to celebrate this unforgettable class. Your presence, support, and love make this night even more special. Metro Class of 2026, please stand up and face the audience. Metro Class of 2026, as we celebrate you today, never forget the people who poured into you, stood in the gap for you, pushed you, and showed up for you every step of the way. Parents, grandparents, siblings, family, friends, teachers, mentors, and coaches. To everyone here with us and watching live stream, we see you, we appreciate you, and this moment belongs to you too. Okay, Class of 2026, you may be seated. At this time, help me welcome to the podium Metro's Assistant Principal, Mr. Cooper.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, these honor cords are more than colorful strands of fabric. They are proof that you refuse to be limited. They represented what it means to go beyond boundaries. You challenged yourself through rigorous coursework. You rose to the demands of International Baccalaureate and Advanced Placement classes. You pursued excellence through the 4.0 Club and committed yourselves to the values of the National Honor Society. You didn't choose the easy path. You chose growth, challenge, and excellence. You chose to go beyond boundaries. Going beyond boundaries also meant giving back. Many of you dedicated 200 hours, even 300 plus hours of community service, far more than was ever required. That's more than volunteer hours. More than was, excuse me, more than volunteer hours. That's impact, that's leadership, that's legacy. It meant being engaged and present in the life of the school, serving as leaders in student council, advocates in the Black Student Union, voices in the Asian Student Association, and representatives in Hispanics of Metro. You showed up, you stood out, and you led with purpose. So tonight, to every student wearing these cords, know this. You didn't just walk through Metro, you left your mark on it. You didn't just achieve success, you redefined what excellent looks like. And that is what truly means to go beyond boundaries. Thank you. So I want to read the description or the color of the cords for you. I know some students look like a Technicolor Dreamcoat. They've done just amazing work. So the IB diploma, you get an IB medallion. If you have 3+ IB courses, you will have the light blue, silver, and white cord. 1 to 2 IB courses is the light blue cord. I'm not even halfway. Community service, 300+ hours is royal blue. National Honor Society, royal blue and gold. Student Council, silver. Speech and debate, burgundy and silver. Asian Student Association, lotus flower stole. The Black Student Union, the kente cloth stole and cord. Hispanics of Metro, the Latin American Heritage stole. The Seal of Biliteracy, you get the Seal of Biliteracy medallion. And the 4.0s Club, you will get a 4.0 Club stole. Now, my other compatriots are going to recognize the 4.0 Club and the IB diplomas, but we wanted to also recognize the seal of biliteracy, so when I call your name, please stand up. William Beer, Hannah Kavarik, Jesse Sapp, Alexander Sullins, Gabriel Von Rohr, Martin Galbert Ruiz, Darius Berman Carter, Vivian Rose, Benjamin Kobe, Logan Wolf, Zoe Zinsen, and Lucy Luchtemeier. Thank you. You can sit down. And then I did want to announce that the total community service hours for the class of 2026 was 18,487.15. I had to do significant digits, okay? So I would like to recognize those students that made over 300 hours plus in community service. Please stand when I call your name. Darius Berman Carter. Juliette Bosque. River Custis. Rowan Earhart. Treva Earhart. Niera Faluque. Lucy Fuchs. Caitlin Grierson. Hannah Kavarik. Lucy Luchtemeier. Olivia McFarland. Jesse Sapp, Cecilia St. John, Nadine Stewart, Amaya Strickland, Tanaya Taylor, and Zoe Zenson. You can sit down. Thank you all very much, and you define what it means to go beyond boundaries. It wouldn't be a ceremony if I didn't embarrass myself. So the next up is our IB coordinator, Miss Renee Burton. Welcome back, Miss Burton.
Good evening. Tonight is a celebration of every student crossing the stage today. Metro students consistently go beyond expectations. Nationally, nearly 63% of students, high school students, never take an AP or IB course. Yet in this graduating class today, every single student here has taken at least 5 AP and or IB courses. The average graduate today has taken 7 AP and or IB courses, so that in and of itself deserves a round of applause. But tonight, I want to recognize a special group that has gone above and beyond even Metro standard. Now, Dr. T has given me 45 minutes, so bear with me. The IB diploma program is not just more homework. It's a commitment to becoming intellectually curious, globally minded, reflective, and resilient human beings. Any student enrolled in an IB course must complete some form of an internal assessment. And that is an internal, it's a personal, I had this memorized, but I'm gonna read it. Full IB students must complete multiple IAs, and IAs are internal assessment, which is a specific, subject-specific, student-driven investigation. They must also complete 40 hours of CAS service. They must also complete a 4,000-word extended essay, which is an independent research project similar to a college capstone. This is only a few of the extras that full IB students have to complete in their quote-unquote free time. Martin Galbert Ruiz described the IB journey as an endurance race, where consistency and commitment are more important than immediate results. I agree with Martin. It requires a great amount of fitness. Our cohort of 16 candidates had to be fit for this journey, and I'm not just talking about academically fit. They had to be mentally fit when deadlines collided. They had to be emotionally fit when stress and self-doubt crept in. They had to be socially fit enough to lean on each other, and some of them refer to this as trauma bonding. They have to be intellectually fit enough to keep asking difficult questions when easy answers would be acceptable to most. So I asked these students to reflect on their IB journey. I'm going to share just a little bit with you. In a single word, Gabe Von Rohr described the experience as laborious. Jesse Sapp reflected on learning perseverance through moments that felt overwhelming. Logan described a journey filled with frustration, growth, and unexpected meaning. Darius learned how to organize, adapt, and push through challenges. Gabby shared how she wanted to quit so many times. You might be asking, why is she sharing that? Because she didn't. She persisted. Viv acknowledged how the support of her fellow candidates is what pulled her through the finish line. This reminds us all of the power of community. One of the greatest strengths of IB is that it encourages students to turn curiosity into purpose. For many of these students, IB was a way to explore passions and future careers. Nishal used his research to investigate real-world issues surrounding the opioid epidemic, work that ultimately was published in the International Youth Scientist Journal. He's going to be attending UMKC 6, the medical program, in the fall. Gabe Estrada brought Project Adam to Metro, helping strengthen cardiac emergency preparedness within our school community. Gabe will study public health and pre-med at WashU. Evan's extended essay examined the relationship between levee construction and flood severity along the Merrimack River. Evan will be studying environmental engineering at WashU. And then there's Lucy Fuchs. She flies Cessnas in her spare time. Her research explored how pre-flight stress affects student pilots, combining academic inquiry with a passion she already lives beyond the classroom. Did students find purpose through their IB explorations? I would believe many of them did. And perhaps that's one of the greatest gifts of this program, not simply preparing students for college, but helping them to discover who they're becoming. As their CAS project, Treva founded a croquet club where students learn to croquet while creating handmade items for NICU babies throughout the Little Miracles Foundation, a cause that was very meaningful to her. Jo Biscay poured herself into the Woods Cast project, and honestly, it was epic. Epic, yes. It wasn't just theater. It was leadership, creativity, collaboration, and courage all rolled into one. You can't tell me that didn't require a good degree of fitness. Speaking of fitness, Lucy Lukemeyer somehow balanced the demands of IB while becoming one of the greatest cross-country runners in Metro history. She's currently ranked number 2 in the 1600 and 3200 and will be competing tomorrow in districts. Janiyah and Ben worked hard to bring the International Festival to life. There were moments when the obstacles and frustrations nearly overshadowed the vision itself, but they kept going. And because they did, our community experienced something beautiful, a celebration of culture, connection, and belonging. That project mattered. Their perseverance mattered. A parent said something to me recently, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. She thought about the amount of time and hours that she saw her child spending, investing into this program, the emotional weight of this program. She said to me, I'm not sure it was worth it. I hear you laughing. And honestly, I understood what she was saying. Was it worth it? Because this program asks a lot of our young people. But to that parent, and to every parent, IB, regular, other non-IB parents, to every parent that walked beside their students through the long nights, tears, stress, deadlines, and self-doubt, I truly believe the answer to that is yes. It's worth it. Not because of a score, not because of a cord, not because of the diploma, but because these students now know something about themselves that can't be taught in a textbook. They can do hard things. They can persist through uncertainty. They can fall, they can fail, but they can get back up and keep pursuing excellence. One day, maybe not today, maybe not next month, but they'll fully understand that perhaps the greatest thing that IB gave them wasn't simply preparation for college, but preparation for life itself. So no matter where each of you are headed, what matters most is that you leave here knowing that you're capable of far more than you once believed. You crossed boundaries, you exceeded expectations, you became fit for the challenge. And tonight, I can proudly say to the class of 2026, you did that fit. And as your IB coordinator, I would like to personally say to these 16 candidates, you did the full IB thing. Y'all did that fit. Congratulations, class of 2026. Please join me in celebrating Metro's 2026 IBDP candidates. And if you would stand when I call your name, Darius Berman Carter, Juliet Joe Bousquet, Janiyah Clark, Evan Coleman, Treva Earhart, Gabrielle Estrada, Lucy Fuchs, Martin Galbert Ruiz, Gabrielle Henderson, Ben Kebby, Lucy Luchtmeyer, Nichelle Mohan, Vivian Rose, Jesse Sapp, Gabriel Von Rohr, and Logan Wolf. Congratulations, and once again, y'all did that fit.
We would like to bring Mr. Zachariah Young, Metro's college specialist, to the podium.
I love you too. Hello, everyone. I'm so thrilled to be able to celebrate the class of 2026 with you all and recognize the students who have met the challenge of Metro and maintained excellence. My job tonight is to recognize the students who have achieved at the highest levels and continue to challenge themselves across the difficulty that is sort of legendary with Metro. Will all the students awarded the 4.0 Honors Club Stole stand and be recognized for your achievement? All of these students had above a 4.0 weighted GPA in the most rigorous courses you can probably take in Missouri, right? These students challenged themselves and put countless hours of work. They're inspiring to work with every day. And I'm so grateful that I got to know each of you and can't wait to see what you do. You can sit. When I think of the achievements of this class, it makes me reflect on an article I came across while I was doing some deep dive research on EBSCO and the historic Post-Dispatch articles about Metro. Ms. Burton called me a dork and said I needed a new hobby, and I said I need to study for pop quizzes about Betty Willard, right? But I found a news story about the first Metro graduation. It was in 1974 at the Arch. It's really cool. There are cool photos of happy graduates, and there are great quotes from Betty Willard. But the thing that really struck me was the first motto of Metro, a place to be yourself. And that is something that I really think about when I look at the achievers of this class, the 4.0 honors graduates, the salutatorians, and the valedictorians. I see students who are brave enough to be themselves at a time when individuality can be fleeting. I hope every graduate of the class has felt that at some point. I hope you felt the opportunity to try on various versions of yourself, and I hope you keep doing so. At this time, I'd like to recognize our salutatorians. First, Liam Beer. Lucy Lutmeyer, Logan Wolf, and our valedictorians, Ben Kevy and Nishal Mahan. My job is great because I get to sit with students like these, and I get to hear about what the best students in the city of St. Louis want to do with their lives and be blown away by their infectious curiosity and their optimism, right? I get to hear about what their dreams to be rocket scientists like Logan are, food scientists like Liam, doctors who understand the intricacy of philosophy, neuroscience, and psych like Lucy, right? And then doctors like Nishal who will see the connections between rural healthcare in Missouri and the challenges of a faraway place like India. And then finally, storm chasers and atmospheric modelers like Ben. They've been students who are irreplaceable. And we hear constant refrains about how replaceable everyone might be. But I would say, remember that your questions and your curiosities are yours alone, that being yourself will invariably make the world better for others as you find the solutions to problems that only you can. So congratulations to these students who have achieved at such a high level in a way that is so challenging. Now, I'm honored to invite to the podium our valedictorian speaker, Ben Kevy.
Thank you, Mr. Young. We love you. All right. Good evening, family and friends. Thank you for showing up to support your graduates on this exciting day. I'd like to introduce to you the class of 2026 as a whole. I think we'd all agree that we're the most tight-knit, involved, well-spoken, and spirited class. We're always told to examine our personal bias when writing our papers, but when teachers, classmates, and even other grades recognize the same thing, there must be some truth to it. I've gotten to know each and every one of my peers, and I can vouch for their kindness, concern, and generosity. The fact that I'm excited and comfortable sparking conversation with each and every one of them is really special and not something every grade or school can say. The community and bonds we've formed here have held us together through these tough 4 years. Whether it's our extremely intellectual conversations, our gossip in the senior area, or the birthday videos that drew eyes of the whole cafeteria, our quirks and traditions made friends feel more like family. We, not just as a class, but as a generation, have our work cut out for us. With generative AI being forced upon us by large corporations, it's our job to stay conscious about what we consume, what tools we use, and the consequences of our clicks and queries. Please remember, generated study materials, lesson plans, and yes, cute images of our lovely teachers aren't magically created. They use energy, water, and create sound pollution and health risks that impact primarily disenfranchised communities. In the coming years, those living around the soon-to-be Armory data center that many of us drive by every day will be the next in line to be neglected by the people meant to represent us. AI is a powerful tool, but we all need to keep in mind the cost of such power. Growing up, we've been told to sit down and stand back, to question ourselves and our beliefs to the point of second-guessing. The class of 2026 has shown that we aren't satisfied with the status quo, and we're tired of being underestimated and not trusted by people whose authority has gone to their head. From having to fear for the lives of our friends during a devastating school shooting in our district in freshman year, to seeing images and hearing news stories of families torn apart and bombed in Gaza in sophomore year, to seeing the future and stability of our country slip away in November of our junior year, to now, as seniors, graduating into a world in dire need of the common sense, humanity, and love that we will continue to spread. We have gone through too much already. We've gone through too much already, and yeah, it's not fair. But without action, we can't expect change. As students attending a school known for its rigor, many of us face struggles with a plethora of mental health issues. While stress and anxiety may be manageable for some, this isn't always the case. We are in a crisis where, according to the CDC, 1 in 5 high school students reported seriously committing suicide. My friend in this 20% should not have had to come to me for help. Immigration status should not have been a barrier for him receiving help. Economic hardship should not have been a barrier to getting a diagnosis. Mental health stigma should not have been a barrier to him telling his family. These are systemic issues. They need our attention and not just wishes and pity. We'll face it, we'll work together, and with the much needed trust, support, and respect from our community and family, we'll fix it. Our class knows all too well the challenges that we may face. I'm sure we all remember hearing about our student council getting thrown into a debate with a lawyer about the cell phone policy, where it sounds like they learned a lot about ego and unprofessionalism. But by getting through Metro, you've shown your commitment to being tough, curious, and critical. When given opportunities, take them, but don't just do what you're told. Do what's right. Go off script. Be a voice for yourself and others. Seeing all of you here is scary for me, because it marks one of the last times we will all be together. I'm gonna miss all of the signature phrases, handshakes, and contagious laughs, but I have faith in you all not to drop off the face of the earth. I encourage you all to build new bridges wherever you end up next, but keep repaving the ones you built here at Metro. It's not uncool to stay in touch with high school friends and classmates, so don't block us all when you walk out these doors. I seriously love you all so, so much, and I'll see you around. And with that, I'd like to welcome our senior class teachers, Ms. Green and Ms. Christie.
Hi, I'm Miss Christie.
And I'm Miss Green, and we are Metro Senior Class sponsors for the class of 2026. Today we want to acknowledge our Senior Class Executive Board. These are the seniors who have been responsible for planning things like senior sunrise, sunset, prom, spirit weeks, and all the other enjoyable activities that you get to enjoy your last year here at Metro. These are 4 of the most impressive women that we have ever had the ability to teach. And we're very excited to acknowledge them today. So can I please have Olivia McFarlane, Zoe Zenson, Hannah Kavarik, and Lucy Luchtmeyer stand and receive your recognition. Thanks for all your hard work this year.
And Miss Class President Olivia McFarlane is going to give her speech to you.
Good evening, everybody. Class of 2026. Picture the version of yourself was maybe shorter, scrawnier, or less confident who walked into Metro High School on August 21st, 2022. A version of you who had never experienced a Metro Spirit Week, cultural performance, or school dance. A version who had also never experienced studying for an IB exam, watching Heimler's history, or writing an essay the period before it's due. When I compare my freshman self to the version of me standing here in my cap and gown, it is growth, strength, resilience, and empowerment that lies between us. There is no high school experience quite like Metro. Not only the students, but also teachers, faculty, parents, and the entire nation know how remarkable this school is. Metro's reputation comes with rigor, challenge, and sacrifices that our class knows well. We've all stayed up far too late studying or completing assignments, except for Eli Murch, who always goes to bed at 9 p.m. We felt our stomachs drop as Mr. P said a math test in front of us. We always stayed completely silent after AP exams, never discussing the content with anyone. But there's a beauty in the difficulties we faced. Not only have each of us grown into leaders, problem solvers, I'm nervous, and intelligent young adults, but we've created a class community that I will never forget. There's no better feeling than winning tug of war on field day. Yeah. Bringing a Christmas tree to school during the holidays. Or standing in a room just a few minutes ago, looking at all of your classmates getting ready to walk the stage. Being president of the class of 2026 has been an honor. Being trusted to represent such an exciting, unique group of students remains one of my greatest pleasures. Please don't unfollow me on Instagram just yet. I will be reaching out to invite you all to our 5-year reunion in 2031. Before we prepare to move on to college, to new jobs, and the rest of our adult lives, I want to recall the moments of joy that we've shared. The moments when we gave a dollar bill to a friend at cookie break. The moments when we showed up for each other at games, meets, and competitions. The hours of study hall we've spent talking and working. These are the moments that we can't get back, but we can hold on to as we move beyond. There are also many thank yous in order. To our teachers who have shaped us into the capable students we are today, thank you. To our administrators and faculty who have managed all of the organizational work that we take for granted, thank you. To Mr. Young, our amazing college counselor who saw us all through to our next chapters, thank you. To our parents who have supported us always, comforted us through tough times, and more importantly, watched us rise up to every challenge, thank you. And to the class of 2026, we did it. Some of us have walked alongside each other since preschool. Some of us met our closest friends here at Metro. But all of us have arrived at this moment together. It is our turn to step into the world, take the lessons we've learned, and be the change that we need to see. This is just the beginning. As we leave Metro, let us remember our passion, strength, capability, and all of the love that surrounds us. So picture the version of yourself that entered Metro on August 21st, 2022, and let them know that you made it. Thank you.
Good evening once again, esteemed Board of Education of the City of St. Louis, Superintendent Dr. Berry, SLPS Cabinet, Dr. Sherman, teachers, staff, families, and friends, and the making moves, breaking barriers, and leaving a legacy that can't be matched, Metro's graduating class of 2026. Now, before I begin, I need everybody here to understand something tonight. This is not just another graduation. This is not just another senior class. This Metro class of 2026, this class right here kept going, kept rising, kept pushing, and most definitely kept going beyond boundaries. Tonight is not the night to be quiet about greatness. Tonight is not the night to play small. Tonight is the night to celebrate a class that went beyond boundaries. And oh, we came tonight to do exactly what T.I. said. Let them know. Let them know what it means to walk the halls of Metro Academic and Classical High School, where excellence is not just encouraged, it is expected. Let them know what it looks like when students refuse to settle for average. Let them know what it looks like when students challenge themselves with rigorous academics, taking IB and AP classes, leadership, all the while being of service to the St. Louis community. Let them know that Metro students dream bigger. Let them know that Metro students lead different. Let them know that Metro students turn challenges into motivation. Let them know that Metro students turn pressure into purpose. Let them know that Metro students break barriers, exceed expectations, and refuse to let limits define them. Because this class did not simply attend high school. This class made a statement. This class honored the legacy of Betty McNeil Wheeler by proving that greatness has no boundaries and excellence has no ceiling. Metro class of 2026, you are the SLPS portrait of a graduate, college and career ready, change agent, critical thinker, communicator, competent, culturally aware, and a collaborator. Let them know, that's right. Now, at this time, I am going to bring to the stage in a second, because Metro class of 2026, I need you to celebrate loudly. As you prepare to walk across the stage, know this: the world beyond Metro needs to know exactly who you are. My hope for each of you is that you continue to dream fearlessly, live purposefully, and stay true to your authentic self. Continue to be of service and never forget the power of your voice to create change as you continue to honor the legacy of Betty Wheeler by stepping boldly into your next chapter, knowing you are destined to continue to soar beyond boundaries. Now it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Help me welcome to the stage Miss Christie and Miss Green as we begin calling of the class of 2026.
Olivia Geraldine McFarland. Benjamin Kebby. Nishal Mohan. Liam Beer. Lucy Luchtmeyer. Logan Wolf. Hannah Marie Kavarek. Zoe Michelle Zenson. Triana Bailey. Kendall Suzanne Barth. Lawrence Alexander Beckton. Jeremiah Bell. Holden Bennett. Darius Alexander Berman Carter. Juliet Olivia Bosquet. Tiana Lynn Brown. Jaren June Chung.
Janiyah Clark. Evan Anthony Coleman. Gabriel Wheelout. River Custis. Ava Chanel Delgado. Lucy Divis. Samira Delovi. Rowan Earhart. Treva Earhart. Jose Gabriel Jose Estrada.
Sam Estrada. Audrey Fair. Lillian Diane Fans. Niara Faluque. Lucy Fuchs. Martin Galbert Ruiz. Justice Garrett. Catherine Marie Greenberry. Caitlin Ann Grierson. Lydia Celeste Griffith.
Jacob Guzman Melvis. Samantha Elizabeth Hayes. Gabrielle Henderson. Hugh Sloan Holloway. Colin Matthew Huff. Rodney Hutchins. Noah Jensen. Kayatu Kamara. Elliot Neil Hidner.
Leberton. Adley Lewis. Lyndon Arundel Long. Nadir Muhammad. Eli Murch. Tina Nguyen.
Kirian Odell. Alexandra Perry. Thomas Pisoni. Benjamin Bao Pham. Maeve Rasmussen. Thomas Ragenbothen. Vivian Eileen Rose. Jessie Elena Sapp. Jayla Salimovic. Raymond Sue.
Anaya Lynn Small. Cecilia Ann St. John. Amaya Alice Strickland. Alex Sullins. Tanaya Deshay Taylor. Allison Renee Tibbs. Charity Troop. Samuel James Vanker. Gabriel Von Rohr.
Gavin White. Jeremiah Wiesen. Julian Yelm.
Okay. There is a long-standing tradition at Metro that began with Metro's founding principal, Betty McNeil Wheeler, referred to as the Metro Hug, that takes place at graduation. Betty believed in giving hugs to students all the time. This tradition also takes place at graduation. With that said, class of 26, please stand. Senior class president Olivia McFarland will turn the tassel of the first student, and in turn, they will give a hug to their classmate and move the tassel from right to the left, signifying their status as a graduate. To the Metro graduates, teachers, staff, students, families, and friends, thank you for 4 years filled with excellence, energy, resilience, and immense Metro pride. By the authority vested in the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education of the state of Missouri, the Board of Education of the City of St. Louis, and upon the recommendation of the administration of Metro Academic and Classical High School, I hereby confer upon you. These students have met all requirements and are now the graduates of the class of 2026. Once again, congratulations, class of 2026. Continue to soar beyond boundaries and let them know, that's right, let the entire world know exactly who you are and what excellence truly looks like. METRO!